Welcome back, folks. I had a long hiatus, but I am back, and we are going to be playing Space Age for Factorio. So we're going to start a new series on this. Let's just start a new game here. I'm not really using any mods. Let's go back real quick. Uh, let's see. All of these are with the um, base game, except for like alien biomes. So we'll be using that and auto deconstruct. And all auto deconstruct does is it just kind of cleans up all of, like, let's say the miners that have completely mined their uh, whatever resource it is over top of it, and it will just go ahead and automatically delete those or mark them for deletion if you are not at the robot stage yet. But once you get bots, the bots will just automatically go ahead and, anytime you go near it within range, it'll scoop those up so that you don't have to do it by yourself. But other than that, I'm pretty much not playing with anything else. Um, I have not played Space Age too much at this point, even though it was released a couple of months ago. But let's go ahead and get a new game going. We're going to do free play. I don't know that anybody ever plays the scenarios. And I want to play on a rail world because I do enjoy trains. I used to hate playing trains, but once you learn trains, it's pretty fun. So we'll go ahead and start with that. I am going to turn off cliffs. I hate playing cliffs. And I do not want to play any enemies at all. So we're going to play no enemies. We're going to turn all this crap all the way down to 0. No pollution because we're not playing enemies, so that wouldn't really matter. And I don't really care what the map looks like. If it's horrible, we can go back and change it. But let's go ahead and we can start here. Brand new game. Alright. So we have landed here. Let's take a look at what we got. So it looks like we've got, not a terrible starting spot, It looks like we've got plenty of water to go through, and then our resources are nice and tight here. So we can go ahead and if you hit Alt, that will show you any containers that are housing any items that you can go and scoop up. And the way that I did that was if you come within range and then you just hold down the control key and then left click, you will take whatever is there. Just a helpful tip for people who are really beginners just starting out with this game. This game will suck up many hours of your life if you let it, which is not necessarily a bad thing if you're trying to pass the time. But one trick that you learn over time is that you can come over here and mine, this stone if you want to, but it's easier just to get it out of this. You can see off to the this side over here, if you hover over, this is saying we're going to get 30 stone and 10 coal. And that is plenty to get started. Some of these rock formations don't have coal, but I think they all have stone, obviously, because it's big boulders. But let's go ahead and we can get started. Where's our coal? Is up here. Right here. It's kind of hard to see, but that's okay. We'll take this kind of free floating patch here. And I made that pop up by just pressing Q over top of here, and it just automatically plops a miner down for you. And then you can kind of start to put these things onto your hotbar. just to get started. And then, I like to immediately get started by placing, some of these in here, just to get us going. And then again, to remove items from a container, which this is a container here, you just press control and then left click, and it says we got 10. So if you go here, we can load that on there. You can see we got 10. Boom, now we got 12. So when you click it, it will always show you how many you currently have in your inventory. Right now we have 0 coal, so it will be our goal at some point to collect more coal, but we're just going to go ahead and go through and chop some trees. And you do that by walking up and putting your cursor on the yellow portion there and just kind of holding down the right button, and that should chop down some trees for you. And trees in this game are plentiful, to say the least. You can get some maps with some ridiculous amounts of forestry on it, and that is rather quite annoying, because you're going to spend all day just chopping down trees unless you've got pots, and then or grenades will take them out also. Let's see here. The other thing that is annoying is these little tiny patches of water. Occasionally, as you get into the game, if you are in an area that has quite a bit of these little water things, it's going to be quite expensive because you need a lot of stone in order to fill that sort of stuff in. But that is okay. We are going to get it done. So let's see. Right now we are making a couple of these miners, and we're gonna chain them over here, which is great. You can definitely do that. They only require 1 to get started, and then the best part is that this is like the most non-true physics you could possibly imagine, but the energy used to mine product is going to be less than what it takes to produce product. So essentially what you get is you put 1 in, and then it just continues to mine and mine and mine, and the output, this arrow is inputting to here, and the output is going from this one into this one, and it's just going to go back and forth until you have plenty of materials in here. This one currently has 7 and now 8, and this one also has 8. And so the way that you take that out is by holding down control, and then you can just kind of go across each, and now we have 20 coal in our inventory that we can use to come over here. If you want to split this into, so I have 2 entities here, right? And both of them require coal in order to work, or some other fuel source, but the fuel source we're using is coal. You can split this by doing half of whatever it is that you have in your inventory, by holding control, and then instead of doing a right click to place all of them, you do a left click, and as you can see now I have 10 left, and I can just put that all back into the other machine. And when you do the control and left click to take the items out of here, it does not remove the coal that is in there, because if you open it up, see, we still have a 32. Right now we have 3, but if you take it and then you open it back up, start it back over, and the 32 is still there. So those are very, very basic gameplay elements. And now we've got at least 1 more miner here, so we'll put that down. We'll need to create some of these. And we'll put 1 more of these down, and then so you can take coal out of this. I'm just going to take half, and then put that in there just to get us started. Come back up here, grab more, and just keep it going. because we are going to basically take and get these in here as much as we can. So we got 53, we can probably make some more. Let's see here, we're going to make 5 of those, which, do we need 5? No, we'll just make 4. And then we definitely have enough of these over here. We're just going to suck this, this thing dry over here. And come back up and we'll get some more coal. And we'll put the coal in the machines. And that will get us started on that. You know, a lot of people play with biters on, and I do not like playing with biters. I just want to build stuff. You know, so it's like, I'll sit here and this is by far my most heavily played game. Prior to this, it was like Civ 6, which is another great game in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people that don't like it. They like the older versions. I grew up on the Civilization series, and so for me, Civ games are at the top, but I don't know. Factorio is one of these games. Somebody introduced it to me many years ago, and at first, you know, it was like there's no instruction manual for this game. It just kind of plops you down onto this planet, and back then, all the mechanics were very different. I was playing this back when it was like a pre-release type stuff, and it was good, and I'm glad that the devs took the time and listened to a lot of YouTubers, other YouTubers that play this game, and took a lot of things into account, because this is by far probably my most favorite game. Everything is excellently done. The graphics in the beginning were really terrible. Like, this is this is high resolution in comparison to what it used to be. But we are good to go with everything. I've played a lot. I've played this game with a lot of different mods, but right now it's like I used to love starting with like a bunch of robots, and then you blow through everything so easily. And ever since they added Space Age, we haven't had the option. I mean, maybe there's an option now to do a bot start, because for people who have played this game for so long, you know, starting over without bots is cumbersome to say the least. But you know, hey, it is what it is. The game is still enjoyable. So let's see here. We got our steam power is pretty much ready. So for steam power, we're going to need one of these. We'll take these 4. And then we will need some more pipe, iron to get another one of those. And then we can come up here. We'll grab some more of this coal. And come down here. We will refill all of this stuff and come over here. As you can see, because we started mining this, it just automatically gave us this. But once we get into the tech tree, I mean, they've added so many things with these new planets and everything that I mean, look at that. Look at all the science required for this. Like this game is all about science production, okay? So if you're ever gonna play this game, you're not sure what the goal is, you know, there really was, for a long time, there was no goal other than to get off of the planet. And now they have, with the Space Age update, the goal is no longer to get off the planet. Um, the goal now is to build your logistics network to be interplanetary, and then at some point, and I have not, like I said, I have not played this game long enough to completely speak to everything, but I believe you can now get to the edge of the solar system, and then that, I guess, is where the game ends. I don't know for sure, but that is, from what I understand, that is the extent of everyone's gameplay. Maybe we'll get there with this particular series. I'm not sure. So, remember I was talking about auto deconstruct in the very beginning, and you can see where this is starting to come into play. Had I had not had auto deconstruct on, these would not be marked for deletion. They would just pretty much like stop running. Now, if I had bots, my bots would just automatically go out and pick these up, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. But, like I said, I do not have bots, so right now we are just going to sit here and mine this until the cows come home. We've finished making all of our stuff that we need to get our electricity started. So we are going to go ahead and get electricity started, because we can't keep running off of coal this whole time, because that would not be cool. Let's see. I need some of those. What else do we need? We're going to need more and more of those. So, as I said before, I've played this game quite a bit, and every time I play, I usually try to switch up my strategies and do different strategies, just to see what works and what doesn't work and what works best. This game is very much a lot of about efficiency and efficiency and supply chain and solving problems. So a lot of the things that you can learn from this can be used as in real life, to be honest with you, because you can sit here and it teaches you to go back and look at the root of the problem versus like just kind of I guess figuring out I don't know what I'm saying. Don't listen to me. I'm just some YouTuber guy that's not even really a YouTuber guy. But we're gonna do this series as best we can, because I figured, why not go ahead and do this, because why not? I spend enough time doing this, so that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we are almost ready. So another tip: if you hold down, when you place your pole, you can hold down the left mouse button and just run with it, and it'll drag and evenly space everything out to the max distance, which is very nice. Very nice. So, and then the next thing that we're going to do, which we don't necessarily have to do right now, because we don't have that technology. But we're gonna need it here at some point. Let's extend this one more. We'll just take what we have. That way we can get this stuff going. Whoa, why is that up there? Oh, I must have hit the button. Let's see here. If you hit X, it will cycle through these, and there are more than these. You can just click on here and do that, and probably for most of you, you probably only have, especially if you're just starting out, you probably only have one of these showing. And so the way that you can get more, that is located in the settings section. And if you go to, I think it's interface is where it's at. I'm not going to get into it right here, right now, but it is there. You can look for it, and you can do up to 4. There may be a mod out there that will allow you to do more than that. I don't know that there is one, but that is very possible. So yeah. Ooh, we need more of these. And then the other cool thing, right now, if you stand on the belt, it moves with it. So if you run on a belt, it definitely makes things faster for you. At some point, though, you're going to get, uh-oh. We need more. We need more of this. More coal. At some point, you're going to get, like, armor. And you can get a mod that, there's like a mod piece that allows you to not be affected by that sort of thing. When you stand on it, like, you don't move at all. And that is helpful later down the road, but you know, when you get like something like power armor where you're moving really fast, because right now we are moving very, very slow, and that is one of the things that when you're playing this game, you know, maybe you know, once you've been playing it enough, you're like, need to be moving faster because moving slow sucks. So, but that's okay. We're gonna get there hopefully fairly quickly. Another tip that you can do, so you can let's see here. The R button rotates everything, but if you put it down and then you want to go this way, you can either let go and then hit the R button a couple times and do that, or you can go up and while you're holding it down, press R and then move in that direction, and it will set all of this up for you, which is super, super nice. That was an update that everybody was welcome to have when that first came out. Let's see. Ooh. What is going on here? What is going on here? It would help if I had these facing the other way. So let's see here. On these items to get power set up, which this is probably going to get set up and then just stop doing power because there's nothing to power at the moment. But these inserters here are coal inserters, and they will feed themselves off of this coal line before they feed the boilers here, and then the boilers in turn make steam, and steam power is where it's at in the beginning of the game. Later on, you can get nuclear, which is very nice. You will never ever run out of nuclear if you do it right. I believe that there's like an infinite number of resources on these planets. So, like, you can just keep going and keep going and keep going. But at some point, you're going to want to switch from coal to nuclear, or you can do solar power and use accumulators to harness and store that power that isn't being used. You can absolutely do that. Let's see here. How many of these do we have? Boom, 129. No problem. Let's make some more of these. We'll make some of these. Definitely more of these. Yeah, let's go. Oh, we only have one. Sweet. 20. That's still not a whole lot. Alright. We can come up and let's do. Let's see, what did I have here? Well, first let's hear. I'm gonna kind of cheat here a little bit. It's not really cheating. Everybody has access to this. What I'm opening is my blueprints. You can open the blueprints, and you can build, design, and set up like all sorts of different, things to build later. So everything that you construct in this game here, if you make a blueprint of it, you can use it in later games, which is amazing. I love that feature. I use all sorts of blueprints. Like, this is my nuclear power setup, and I did not design this particular setup. This was actually stolen from another account, but I loved it so much that it's clean. I like it. And it's very efficient, and it has all the right numbers for everything that I need. But as you can see, when you go to place it, it will show you where it's going to go. Let's see. Right now, let's just kind of do a little bit of mini planning and take a look at what we got. So it looks like we've got this stuff here. We don't really know what's on the outsides here because we did not happen to look at the map while we were setting this up, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It looks like we've got some water down here, some more water over here. This is our spaceship here. So right now I'm thinking that probably the best area, if we're going to build out this way with our power supply, I mean, really we could go in any direction with the power supply, but what's going to happen is we're going to get a long chain of boilers and steam engines going out this way, or maybe we can go out this way. This is just enough to get us started until we figure out exactly what it is that we want to do. I'm thinking maybe we should put our science stuff here. That way it's fairly close to here, and we can build our science production stuff here, or maybe even over here, depending on what the rest of the map is looking like. And we will be able to see that a little bit better once we get radars. And once we start researching radars, we will be good to go with site stuff. But for now, I'm going to throw down a 100 count array for these science stuff. But we are not going to necessarily load in 100 of these right away. But we'll put it here. One thing I'll mention is when you're placing a blueprint, once you have some blueprints, you will notice that there's a bunch of red stuff here, and that is due to being over top of like rocks or trees or whatever. It shows up red. But if you hold down the shift button, it will otherwise, when you go to place it, it won't allow you to place it. But if you hold down the shift button and then you click, it will allow you to click all of that stuff there. And I apologize if things are very dark when the sun is not out in this game. I used to use a mod called Afraid of the Dark, and that would lighten everything up. However, I don't know if that is working or not, because I think this is going to show up pretty dark on YouTube, but hopefully not. I may have to figure out some sort of solution for it, but and we'll just go with it for now. We'll figure it out later. So we'll go ahead and we'll hold down our shift button and we'll just drop this wherever we want. And then I am one of these people that will go through and clean everything up as soon as I drop it. That way there's no issues. Once you have bots, that portion of the laying stuff down is not going to be necessary because your bots are going to clean all that crap up for you. But we are a long way from bots. Right. So, let's see here. If you ever want to see what it is that you need in order to put all this stuff down, the stuff that's in light blue, is stuff that hasn't been built yet. It's just kind of a placeholder for taking up stuff. If you ever want to see, what's in it, you can just, click on one of these copies or whatever and then kind of hover it over and you can see that in the bottom right, it'll list out all of your items that are needed in order to finish this. So 100 science things, we need 37, belts, which we have 182 of those, plus we need 118 of these inserters, and I don't even know how much it was for the let's see how many. Let's say 100 poles, but I don't think we really need 100 poles because we're going to end up deleting some. So in order to quickly create some of these, you can just hover over what it is that you want to put down, and then all you have to do is press Q, and that will pop up with what you've got. I'm just going to throw down 3 of these for now, and I think this is probably going to go this way. For now, we're just going to put these down just to get started. And then we can move. Let's see, boom. Just like that. And that way it's all nice and powered for each of these. And instead of that there, let's see, boom, we are going to put a box, which we do not have, but we can make. And the box is going to be full of these, where are you at? There we go. We're going to make a bunch of red science just to get started. So let's take a look. In order to start automation, we're going to need basically this one, and then we're going to need definitely this. We definitely want our radars, and we definitely want some electric mining gear. And so that is enough to get us started. But let's see here. That's going to be 10, 30, 50, and then 75. So we're going to need 75 red science, which will take us forever to do. Right now we can only do 6, but let's go ahead and do that. At some point, obviously we're going to make that automated, because we just have to. Oh, look at this. We're running out of resources through here already, but that is okay. Oh, to fill in, I know I told you guys how to do half a stack, which is by holding down shift and then doing the left or right button. You can do a full by just holding down control and then doing a left click and drag to fill up 100% with 50. Let's see, now we can do 61 plus we've got those 6. So you can, if you do, let's see here, right click, it will make 5 of them for you. If you do a single left click, it'll just do 1. But if you do a shift left click, it will do all of them. But so let's just go ahead and do that just to get started. Let's see here. What do we want here? It would be nice if we have not researched it yet, but let's just put that there for now. What else? Ooh. Whoa. Definitely filled that up so that we can get that going. Yeah, the one thing, I know I said this will, feed itself with coal. It'll do that as long as the coal is on a belt, but like if you were to take this and put it here, it's not going to feed from here. It's just going to take these out. When you start, it automatically has 1 coal in it, or 1 thing in it to make it go. But that runs out pretty quickly, and like let's throw down a box just to show you there. There used to be a mod where if you held down a button, it would just automatically scoot this to the front. And I wish that was working with this. That was another mod I used quite often, because it's like you get started on this and you either have to cancel the rest of these and then redo it and put it at the end, which really isn't too bad. You can always just shift it and then add it back, but it's annoying to say the least. So but that's okay. But yeah, so if we do this, it's gonna pull from here occasionally, but at some point it's just gonna stop working because there's no fuel. Even though there's fuel here, it will not allow you to take out anything like that, which is fine. Not a problem. We will just take that stuff out by hand for now. Okay, so what do we got here? We got 26 of these. That is enough to get us started. And then, boom, put that in there. And that way we can get started. And then now we can... we are gonna need some radars here soon, because our base is already too big to where we can't see everything. But as you can see, these are starting to go now, producing energy for us, and it looks like we're doing 45 kilowatts out of 900 kilowatts. So that is fine. We are not using a whole lot of power at the moment. Okay, we just researched our first technology, which is automation, which will allow us to basically create items that we need. And so this game is, like I said before, all about supply chain and automation. I would imagine that most of you have already learned that and we are beyond that, but this is kind of geared towards total beginners at this game. So here we've got 15 more of these that we can add in here just to keep us going. Let's get started on some of this stuff here. Let's put this here, put this here. We can fill both of these up to the max. And then, let's see, oops, let's put that there. Grab one of these. We can make some more of those too, hopefully. No. Definitely need more of this in order to do that. So, oh no, that's not what we needed. Shame on me for not paying attention. Okay. And merchant needs some of those. Alright, second technology has been received and finished. Okay, so this needs electricity. And we can stick that into one of these things here. An assembly machine. And let's see, what do we want to make? We can start by making some boxes. That would be nice. We'll limit this to 1 stack. And the way you do that is you just click this, and then it will just click. You don't have to hold it, and then click it again onto whichever box that you want to. You know, this is saying that we're just going to have 1 stack. This will be 2 stacks, but that's 100 boxes. We don't need 100 boxes. We just need 50. And so this is just going to continuously run until we get to 50, and then this inserter will grab the last, number 51, but it's not going to put it in until we remove these other pieces here, and this will stop producing once it's full and nothing's being taken out, which will in turn make this stop, and then in turn make this stop once this gets full. Let's see. I do have a blueprint that we're gonna rely heavily on blueprints. So we still need some more of these to get our radars. Radars are important, especially if you are playing with biters on, because it allows you to see throughout your entire base and then some. And once you put a radar down, which I will show you here in a minute because it looks like we're getting ready to finish that technology. Let's go ahead and research one. Once we lay this down, I almost always put one right next to the power plant just so that I can keep a tab on, if we're overusing power and we need to add some more power production. But I usually just put one right here. Boom. And basically what that does is it's going to open up and you're going to have this viewing field here, and then it's going to continuously scan out to the outer edges. But, if you come over this way, particularly towards the bottom, you will see the range of that one that we had, and that we will for sure need another one once we get down to here. It's like if we come down here and then we look, you can kind of see where the edge is here. So it's basically going like this, like we would not, this area down here is not included in the coverage. So we'll just we're not done making them now, but once we do, we will throw down some more, and then we only have a few more that we need in order to get our electric mining drills, which those will be great because it will take us off of the coal standard for that sort of thing. All right. Let's see here. All right. Great. Now we can start doing some electric miners, which is great. We need more. We definitely need to do more plates, especially since we are running out here. Let's see. All right. And we can start getting splitters and all that other good stuff. But we are going to need to save that for another episode because we are coming up onto the close of this one. But I hope that everybody sticks with me, and I will see you guys on the next episode once we get one up. All right. I hate to say it, but if you could like and subscribe, that would really help this channel out, and it lets me know that you guys want to see more content like this. All right. I will see you again. Have a good one.